G'day all. Welcome back again to Dad vs. Son and Avalanche Presses, Panzer Grenadier, the Kokoda campaign, and introductory scenario 2. And we're about to go on with the 10:30 turn, with the last turn at 11:15. The Australians down to 1 initiative. They've lost 7 steps. The Japanese down to 3 initiative. They've lost 4 steps, 1 initiative point. That is that. Looking at what's going on, things are crook in Tolarook. Down in the assault hex down here, we've got this lieutenant with 2 platoons against our disrupted and demoralised reduced platoon. So that's not looking great. Our major has successfully gotten over to here. He's trying to run away before he gets chopped up. This is probably our best force here, with the machine gun and 2 infantry platoons and the lieutenant with a 2 combat and 1 morale bonus, but under a lot of pressure from these guys. Our other forces over here, not quite as good, but again, machine gun, 2 platoons and a 1 combat. And then we have our last little bit here with 1 platoon and a lieutenant. We've got these guys swinging down and around, and all the rest of it. So yeah, it's not looking flash, but let's get into it and see what we can do. So rolling up for initiative, Australians are 1, plus 6 is 7, and the Japanese are 3, plus 1 is 4, which is difference of 3, 1.5, rounded up. 2 activations for Australia. Okay, so first activation is, I think we want to get this major out of here. So we're going to activate him to move, and he's going to go 2 to there, and then 2 into there for 4, which is his full movement, and he is done. And our second activation, do we try and fix these blokes up, or do we bring some fire onto some of these guys? These mortars are going to hammer us next time. This leader's disrupted, which is good. I think we might need to hammer these guys. What have we got? 16. 16, 17, 18, 16. Okay. If we do that and somebody jumps in, then they're just going to hammer us. Don't see any other way around it. If we try and pull back, then we've got op fire from any of these. So I think, yeah, we're going to fire with these guys. So we have 8, and 8 is 16, plus 2 for the lieutenant is 18. So we're on the 16 column. Who do we attack? Well, the mortars aren't going to... Well, the mortars might come in on us, but can't really do a great deal. But they probably won't come in on us at all. No, 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 no. All units except Hmm. I think we're going to have to suffer the mortars. I think this is the most dangerous one. Um, so we're going to fire at these guys here. So we're on the 16. They're in jungle, so that's down 1. They're adjacent is up 2, and there's 3 or more combat units, so we're up 1. So we're on the 30, and we get a 9 on the 30, which is an M2 result. Okay, so the lieutenant is a 9. So he needs a 7 or less, and gets it, the mongrel. Sorry. Okay, these guys are a 9. 1 morale makes a 10, so an 8 or less passes. The next guy passes, and the last guy passes. And that was just a pain in the bum. So we are done, and now it is to the Japanese for their first activation. And I think what they're going to do is they're going to activate this lieutenant and the 2 mortars to fire. So our first bombardment, they're firing into here. So they've got 16. And I haven't done bombardment before, so let's have a look. Target contains town or entrenchment. No. It's jungle, so it's down 1. Target is mortar, anti-aircraft, blah, blah, blah. No. It's not friendly fire. Target is loaded trucks and stuff. No. Target hex is fired on when spotting range 1 or 2. No. 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 Spotted by firing unit. Yeah, well, it is. So we're 16, down 1, up 1. 3 combat units. Yes. Down 1, up 2. Target is adjacent to firing unit. That is not a mortar or rocket. Target is adjacent to firing unit. That is not a mortar or rocket. No. No. So that'd be for artillery stuff. Okay. So we're down 1. Up 2, we're on the 21. 10. And M1. Okay, so let's mark these guys as done. They are done. And we got an M1. Okay, so we'll do the lieutenant first. He is a 9, so he needs an 8 or less. Passes. The other lieutenant is an 8, so needs a 7 or less. Oh! And he is demoralized. Okay, the HMG, none of these are reduced, so they're 7s, plus 1 is 8. So they're all 7s. Pass for the HMG. Infantry platoon fails. And other infantry platoon fails and is disrupted as well. Yucky, yucky, yucky poos. Okay. So they would defend with 8, 10, 12, 14. Two each for the disrupted, 8 for the HMG. So do we want to do some more shooting before we do some scooting? Now, if they come in, stop it. They'll have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the assault, which is not real flash. On direct fire, they'd be on the 7, down, up, up. Yeah, I think we'll do that. So these guys are going to shoot. Uh, Come on. Okay, so these guys are going to shoot direct fire into here, into here again. So 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they're on the 7 column. The Australians are in the jungle. It's down 1. They're adjacent. It's up 2. There's 3 combat units in there. It's on the 16. 3 on the 16 is a X. Oh, they're all supposed to be fire. Sorry. Okay. We have to take a loss. So we'll take it on this guy down here. No, we can't. He's disrupted. He's disrupted. We've got to take it on the machine gun. I'm sure we've got to take it on the highest morale guy. So this guy will flip. And then we've got an M2 on all of these guys. Okay, so we need a step loss for the Australians. That is their 8th step loss. One more and they'll go down to 0 initiative. Okay, so an M2. So the lieutenant here first is a 9. So an M2 will be a 7 or less. And he gets it. The demoralized lieutenant is an 8, is a 7. So 6, 5 or less. 6, and he fails. So he is gone. He goes to the graveyard, which is another step loss. So the Australians are now down to a 0 initiative. Okay. The HMG is reduced. So that's a 6, a 7, a 6, a 7 minus 2 is a 5 or less. And he is demoralized. This guy is disrupted. So he is full strength. So he is a 7, an 8, down 2 is a 6. He is, in fact, demoralized. And same again, and he is demoralized. Okay, and then we've got to do a check. We lost 2 steps. So a 4 or less, and the lieutenant is dead. Oh, sugar, a 5. Okay, so they are done. Ouch. So they're going to defend at a 1, a 2, a 3, 4, 5. Yeesh. Okay, so I think these blokes are going to come in. Yeesh. It's the Australians' turn. What are we going to do? I think we'll just try and recover these guys. So the lieutenant to start with is a 9, so he needs an 8 or less. Gets it. Oops. And this guy is reduced, which is a 6, a 5, a 6, so 5 or less, and fails, and he is gone. Gone, gone. I think he is just gone. Yeah, I believe he is. Flip, send to graveyard. That's another step loss. So this guy is just stuck there. Yeah. Yup. Okay. So we're back over to the Japanese. Well, I suppose they may as well do this. So they're going to assault this poor little lieutenant. So they've got 4-8, which is on the 5. Down 1 for jungle. Up 1 for having the lieutenant. Sorry. Down 1 for jungle. Up 1 for the lieutenant is back to a 5. Undemoralized leader we've got. Higher morale than defending units. Well, there's no defending units, so I suppose yes. So up 1. And Japanese, so 13, I believe. A 7 on the 13 is nothing. So these guys are done. And that was the Japanese. 1, 2, 3. Everybody's had 3 now, at least. So back to the Australians. They're going to pass. So the Japanese, fog of war, nothing happening there. These guys are going to assault in. Let's bring this over. Australians defending. Japanese attacking. There's the assault hex. Right. You may stay there, stay there, stay there. Okay. So they've already activated, so they're screwed. So we have 4, 8, 12 on the assault combat, which is a 9. Defenders are in jungle, down 1. All units have higher morale, yes they do, up 1. Side has an undemoralized leader, yes, up 1. He's only disrupted. And they're Japanese, up 1, 18. No. 9. Down 1, the jungle. Morale, leader, Japanese. Yep, on the 18. And we get a 7 on the 18, which is a morale check. Okay, so the leader here, the lieutenant, is a 9. It's just a normal morale check, so 9 or less. Passes. Demoralized, full strength, so he is a 7, an 8, a 7 or less. Passes. This guy, same, and he takes a step loss. So it's another step loss. Not really going to matter. We can't lose any more initiative. And then this guy here is reduced to a 6, a 5, a 6, so 5 or less. Fails. I don't think anything happens to him. No, I think he's dead. Morale goes, spotting goes, activated goes, send to graveyard, another step loss. That's 12 step losses. These guys are all done. These guys are done. Shut that down. Go to the Australians. No, we get to fight back. Yeah, sorry, we get to fight back. We get to fight back. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that we would have done on the 5 column. No, yes, undemoralized leader. We're on the 9 column. 7 on the 9, of course, is going to be zip, so it didn't make any difference. Okay. So Australians, what do you want to do? Really not much we can do. We pass over to the Japanese. So fog of war, nothing happening there. Um, Want to do them? No. We're going to activate this lieutenant and this infantry, and they're going to move, and they're simply going to go here, like that. Sorry, the sergeant, lieutenant, and they are done. Over to the Australians, they've got nothing to do. Japanese again, fog of war, 11, nothing happening. The lieutenant colonel here, what do you want to do? Okay, lieutenant colonel is going to activate the move, and is along with this guy, and this guy is going to try and recover. So he is a 9, so he needs an 8 or less. Gets it, and is done. Back to the Australians, nothing happening. Back to the Japanese, fog of war, still fine on a 12. The captain is going to move, and he's going to go 2, 4 over to there. No. Whoops. Not at the moment. This guy is going to try and... Did he go 2, 4? All the same elevation. Yes. I'm just going to pull him out. So the captain is going to go 2 to there, 2 to there, and is done. Australians do nothing. Fog of war, 8, nothing happening. This captain is going to move to here. Like that. Australians do nothing. Fog of war, no. So this guy is now going to try and recover. He's reduced, so he's an 8, a 7, so he needs 6 or less, and fails. So he is gone. Flip and to graveyard. And that's another step loss for the Japanese, taking him to 5. Australians doing nothing. Japanese. This guy will try and recover. So he is a 9, so he wants an 8 or less. Gets it. And is done. Australians doing nothing. Japanese, these guys will move. Move to here. Move to here. Move to here. Right. Back to the Australians. No, no, can't do anything. Japanese. We could move one of these blokes up. Do we want to? Do we need to? No, Japanese pass, Australians pass, and that is it. So we can clear the markets. Take this up to 1045. Australians now have lost 12 steps. Nothing there. Salt hexes. Got 1 there. And yep, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, and the one that's off is 12. 2 step losses there for the Japanese. 3, 4, 5. Yep, that's it. So 12 step losses for the Australians, 5 step losses for the Japanese. 3 turns left. This held up a little bit better than I expected, but it's going to be interesting. So that's that. So we can bring this back over. We can save this game for 10:45. Done. And we'll call it quits there. So I'll put this one up as per usual, and then we'll see how we go with the last couple of turns. So again, take care, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.